Hello, everybody. Welcome to the K2 podcast. This is our sixth episode. It's hard to believe we've been doing this for 6 weeks. Today is Monday. I'll say this every time, but we got a crazy show lined up for you because I actually got something that we're going to kick the show off right off the bat that is only available in China right now.
But we have the exclusive.
The K2 podcast exclusive. Good call on that. On the K2 podcast exclusive, we got something that's only available in China, but we're going to taste test it here on the K2 podcast. So McDonald's is selling what is called the Spam Burger, and not the politician Abigail Spanberger. This is the Spam Burger.
Well, she's not from China, so.
That's true. So this is the Spam Burger topped with Oreo cookie crumbs, and it's available on the menu at McDonald's in China. So this bizarre sandwich is made of 2 slices of Spam, Oreo cookies topped with mayo.
Yeah, they're probably selling this sandwich freaking $6 a sandwich for some Spam. The can only costs $2.94.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Well, $6 for a Spam burger.
Yeah, well, it says global brands from restaurants to automakers sometimes roll out offbeat products to appeal to Chinese taste in the populous and intensely competitive market. This is undoubtedly one of them. One person said, I thought it was actually delicious. And then, one person said he thought it was delicious. He says, I love McDonald's too deeply, or is something wrong with my taste? Like, he's just so infatuated.
A mixture of the both.
Yeah, maybe. But one person said, there's no need to release unnecessary products, said a comment left on the company's microblog account. So it's just like an unnecessary product. But
it is.
It's not completely unnecessary because we're going to get to try it out today. So I guess
it does serve some
it kind of serves some purpose. So see if our camera guy can get a close-up of this monstrosity here. I don't know if you guys can see this. So you got Spam.
Oh, this is tough.
Cookie crumbles, mayonnaise. Oh man.
Like, I feel like texture is just gonna be awful.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know if it is.
I've heard mixed reviews. All right, so Jay, you want to go first, or should I have or same time?
I mean, I said it last time we did a great snack
You
segment.
said you didn't want anything spicy.
It's a great snack. It is a good. But I'm saying I said it like last time, and I don't feel this is gonna be a great snack.
I don't know if this is going to be a great snack or not myself. I guess I'll pop the box open like you're doing as well so we can
just kind of make more of a plate. Because I know the crumbs or the cookie or what Oreo cookie stuff or whatever they're called is going to just fall out and stuff. So just kind of make a plate here for myself.
That's not a bad idea. All right, so this actually... So let's just talk about... All right,
you don't have no paper towels?
No, I didn't bring any. I should have brought some down here. But... let's see here. So the first glance at it...
It isn't the worst.
It doesn't look bad. It almost looks like a fish fillet.
Now I'm even more concerned because ain't nothing positive about a McDonald's fish fillet.
All right, so you want to go at the same time and then we both give our review?
Yeah, that's probably the best. Because if you get a funky-ass face, I'm like, oh, hell no.
All right, so here we go. All right.
Spam burger, guys.
Jeez. Only available in China.
Only in K2 podcast.
In the communist regime.
You can actually get this on our merch store. All right. Cheers.
This is awkwardly weird. First thoughts, Jay?
It's a savory sweet. It's a great snack.
What?
It's a savory.
It's a great snack. Really?
It's a savory sweet sandwich. It is not as bad as you would picture.
All right, let me try another bite. I'm going to try another bite here because I feel like I didn't get enough of the first bite to know if I'm going to like the second one.
It's not terrible at all.
Let me try it.
Like, I can taste the sweetness of the cookies, but it's not like overpowering. But yet you still got that, flavor from the actual Spam.
I'm going to have to agree with you.
It's not the worst. I've eaten worse sandwiches from McDonald's than this.
That's probably true. Like the McDouble that's been sitting up there for 3 hours.
Oh, man.
It's probably worse than this.
Oh, yeah.
So this is weird because it's something about it that's like, I don't really like it, but then it's like you want to...
You don't want to like it because of the mentality. It's mayonnaise, Oreos, and Spam. I mean, nothing sounds terrific about
this. This is actually pretty good.
It's a great snack.
I'm actually
it's a great snack.
Even with the mayo, it's like I'm not a mayo fan at all.
No, like if people are like, if I'll eat it if I forget to ask. Like if I'm at the drive-thru and I get like, for instance, a chicken sandwich or something, and it comes with mayo, and I forget, I'm like, all right, well, to hell, I guess I'm having mayonnaise on my sandwich. But I do not ask.
I usually take a napkin and like wipe it down.
Yeah, see, I'm too lazy for that. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm eating in my sandwich.
Have another bite.
I mean, look, see, he's really enjoying it. I mean, it really isn't terrible. Like, it's not the world's worst sandwich.
This is not what I thought it would be. I mean, one guy even said, though, when you hate someone but have to invite them to dinner, you can ask him to eat the McDonald's Oreo lunch meat burger as some kind of, like, torture. But if you serve me this, I'd be like, it's not that bad.
Right.
Well, it's not what I was expecting.
I've had sausage biscuits worse than this from McDonald's.
It's not as bad as I expected. It's really not. Would I order it? Probably not.
No, I wouldn't. No, I
thought this was going to be something that was like straight up disgusting. Like just, ugh, and like we were just about to vomit on cam.
This is a different, I was not, even with the ingredients, I was not expecting that. At all. Like I said, it's savory and sweet. I mean, in an awkward way. I've never had sweet and sour be like a sweet and sour, or even I don't know. It's just kind of good.
It is kind of crazy. So we got Harvey 2.0 with us as usual. Harvey 2.0, what do you got on this sandwich from the communist regime? Harvey, are you there?
Harvey's presence is with you.
Still creepy.
Yeah, every single time. All right, what do you got on this sandwich, Harvey?
You don't have to eat the entire sandwich.
Oh, we didn't eat the. I was
Kevin
close.
Almost did. He was about 4 bites in.
Left. Yeah, I had like a couple bites left.
Man acts like he ain't ate dinner yet or something. He was hungry. He was just snacking.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
I mean, it was a great snack.
And yeah, I guess.
Go ahead, say it one time for the people out there. One time for the one time. Hit them with it's a great snack.
All right, well, we tried it. Only available in China. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to know how we got this sandwich, you subscribe to the channel. Comment your...
subscribe for more recipes.
Yeah, subscribe for more recipes. But subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Comment on the video, and I'll tell you how to get this amazing sandwich. I don't know if it's amazing.
I was going to say, amazing is a little strong.
Yeah.
Like, it's good for what you would expect from it, but I wouldn't call it
It's not
amazing.
as bad as I expected.
No. I was expecting far worse.
I agree. Well, if you guys are trying to segue a little bit, so if you haven't seen on YouTube's trending page, we actually have Godzilla versus Kong trailer was released today. So what I'd like to do is kind of take a look at the trailer, talk about it a little bit, and place our bets. Who we think's going to win it? Is it going to be Kong or is it going to be Godzilla?
We'll see what it comes down to. I'm going to get Harv's AI statistical analysis on it.
See if he can run the numbers.
Let him run the numbers.
See if Harvey can run the numbers on the who's going to win it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put a stick of gum in after eating that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not nasty, but it don't necessarily be a good aftertaste that I want in my mouth.
It was a weird thing because it was, what do you call it? It's like you said, it was like, it's got, I won't say... It's something to do with like the sweetness with the meat. Kind of complements each other. It's just kind of weird. It's just weird.
You can taste the sweetness of the Oreo, but your meat just gives you that. It throws the taste, the flavor off. I wouldn't say the taste off. It's it's two different flavors combined.
It really is. Well, we're gonna take a look at the trailer here for Kong versus Godzilla. We're gonna see if we can get that playing real quick. So let's get that brought up and see if we can get that rolling.
This is our only chance. We have to take it.
All right, so first off, this dude is huge.
Godzilla, yeah.
Well, no, this is Kong here.
Okay.
You see him?
Yeah.
So that's Kong. He's laying on the ship there. He's just stretched out on a gurney. That's basically a gurney. But they got him all locked up. But we're going to continue watching here because I want to get I want to see the creatures
The creatures.
Yeah, the creatures. I want to see the creatures.
We've been seeing them for the past 40 years.
That's true. It has been a long series.
King Kong and Godzilla's been around for a long time.
It really has. But we'll keep on watching here.
We need Kong. The world needs him to stop what's coming. And this child.
All right, so they're basically saying the world needs Kong. We need Kong.
Right.
So I'm assuming now what I've been told, I could be wrong on this, but you had to go back. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up just real quickly. I want to look at something. If you had to have watched the older movies in order to understand Kong versus Godzilla, apparently. So, like you said earlier, it's kind of one of those things that's been out for a very long time.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
so it says here,
and I don't think it's the first time they've met neither Kong and Godzilla.
well, that's what I think this is referring to. So it says Godzilla vs. Kong is an upcoming American monster film directed by Adam Wingard, a sequel to Godzilla. It's a sequel to Godzilla's King of the Monsters and Kong Skull Island that
I've seen
came out.
Kong Skull Island with Jack Black and
it
stuff.
is the fourth film in its legendary monster/verse. The film is also the 36th film in the Godzilla franchise, like you were saying. It's been around a long time.
Hot minute.
So you had to watch those two to kind of give this one context.
Right.
So, but some people, I don't know if they're actually going to go back and watch those other ones, because when you got a title just like Godzilla vs. Kong, you're like, who cares about the other ones? Let's just see them fight. I just want to see them duke it out. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see them fight.
But like you say, it kind of adds context a little bit to it. But, you know, even here watching the trailer, like as we're looking at it, the little girl plays a significant role. He just said in the film there, he said that the world needs Kong and this little girl. So I don't know what she is.
Well, she's got a voodoo doll. It looks like she's controlling them or something.
Right.
I think.
And they were like, Kong bows to no one, but he may have to. Like he may have. I don't want to say a puppeteer. What's the puppeteer called?
Puppet Master.
Well, yeah. Well, I couldn't think of his name. Pinocchio's controller or whatever, Geppetto.
Oh, is that his name, Geppetto?
It's something like that. Or he made him, but he may be forced to bow to someone or being controlled by somebody.
Maybe. All right, let's check it out. Let's continue. Let's watch.
She's the only one he'll communicate with.
I knew that they had a bond. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her.
All right, so apparently that girl is the only one that can control Kong, like you were saying.
Communicate with him and stuff, yeah.
The little girl is like some kind of keeper for him.
It's like he imprinted, even though that's like a wolf and canine thing and so forth. It's like he kind of has, like they said, a bond with her.
Right.
And stuff, so.
All right, let's keep going.
In some way, Kong did the same.
Yeah, Godzilla just trucks right through it.
I mean,
let's keep
Godzilla's
watching.
A monster.
He is a big dude. He's a big dude. All right, let's go through it.
Imagine your iguana getting that big. What? Terry, this is getting out of hand.
Oh man, so he's just straight up Godzilla comes out the water.
I'm saying it right now. Kong is at an extreme disadvantage when it comes to water.
So the water fight, he's at weakness.
I mean, where's he gonna go?
Well, I think they fight in several locations. I think it comes out of the water.
It probably starts water because Godzilla's probably coming from overseas. Probably from the communist regime of China, and he's coming on over. And like you said, they probably meet him at that waterfront, and then it just goes into the city because what's a Kong movie without him jumping off a few buildings?
That's true too. That's actually a good point. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what we got.
It's Godzilla.
Oh man! Like you said, that's a big ass
iguana. Stop feeding him crickets.
mealworms.
Yeah, been feeling them those.
Hit him with the haymaker.
A mean right hook.
A mean right hook.
Like he caught him right in the jaw. That almost looked like Conor McGregor going down the other night.
Oh shit! He did take an ass whooping, didn't he?
I mean, it was a second round knockout, but I mean, it was a good fight between the two. But
I don't know.
he did
They
lose.
saw him coming out the locker room with a crutch. Like he had a crutch. Like he was limping out of there with crutches.
Well, he's
on.
getting old now. For fighting, he's old.
Well, and he also, I think he said something to the effect that he took not a break. Well, he was just like, inactivity in this business is not something you can do, and he kind of went a little bit. He's only been
playing the Mayweather's role. He's only been taking ticket items. You know, he's only been
just
doing big
for the
fights.
money, I guess. I mean,
yes and no, but
not as
that's neither
hungry.
here nor there.
All right, so we'll keep going.
These are dangerous times.
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people.
Okay.
All right.
So what's really weird though is Godzilla is like, he looks like the villain in the movie, kind of, and like they're using Kong as like the.
I mean,
guy
Kong
to
was
save
a villain.
Well, that's what I know, but that's why this one seems a little different, because I'm like, they're like, okay, the world needs Kong, and like the girl helping them,
Right?
And then they're
well,
like,
it
and
has to be good and bad.
Shooting missiles at Godzilla,
Right.
And like,
Well, because he poses a threat, you know.
and Kong don't.
Not if he's they have him in some form in control in some mannerism. I mean, they've had him for some time, but you know, it is crazy because I mean, people underestimate what Kong and Godzilla bring to the table. Godzilla's got a beam of light that comes out this man's mouth.
Yeah, I saw that. I think they show a nice clip at the end of the trailer here. We're going to take a look at that. Harvey, what do you think is going on with these two? Who you putting? Where's your money going, Harvey?
Godzilla can keep King Ghidorah's ass.
King Ghidorah's. That's where I say too. I think Godzilla would pull out. That's where I'm at.
I strongly disagree. Kong has just too much mobility.
He is versatile.
Not just that, he has far more. Godzilla's out there on his own.
Oh, you're saying, what do you mean?
Like you said, you watched them dropping bombs on Godzilla, so they have an army.
Yeah, but
Kong.
that's what I'm saying. So Godzilla's getting double teamed.
I mean, if that's what you gotta do, sometimes you get.
Man, let them square. What happened to the good old days where you can get a one-on-one? You know,
it was never the good old days. It was called Rampage, and it was Godzilla, King Kong, and that big old wolf man. Whatever it was.
What was that guy?
I don't even know.
That was a good game, though, for N64, I think.
I think it was, but we played the hell out of that game.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good
Might have
game,
been
Rampage.
Dreamcast, who knows?
No, I think it was N64.
It probably was.
All right, let's continue watching the rest of this trailer here.
People, and we don't know why.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
The myths are real. There was a war.
All right, did King Kong just smack him with a whole bird? Did he just?
All right, so I don't think it got to that point, but it's about to come up. You're about to see that here in just a moment. So, but he does smack him with like a whole bird. Go ahead and play the thing. See if we can get it to come up here.
And they're the last ones standing.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gonna stop for me.
Kong bows to no one.
Kong bows to no one. All right, so that's about all of the trailer we're going to play. If you want to check out the trailer yourself, go to the YouTube's trending page. It's up there, or you can just type in
It's got like
Kong
22 million views already, and almost 1 million thumbs up, and only like 40 thumbs down. So, which I don't know. You're just trolling.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know how I feel. The trailer looks kind of crappy, to be honest with you.
For something of epic of like this, you can't reveal but so much. You don't want to give away what, like she said in the video there, something is messing with Kong, like it was drawing his attention elsewhere or aggravating him, or kind of it was distracting him to what was his goal or whatever it was. So with that being said, you can only reveal but so much, and you don't want to show tactical advantages and so forth that just may give away too much of the film.
That's why I think Godzilla is going to win the fight, because I feel like the movie is setting it up for Kong to be the quote unquote hero. Hero.
Yeah.
So that's what they want you to believe, that Kong will win and all this stuff. But Godzilla's going to low-key kick Kong's ass.
No. No.
All right, so friendly wager. We're going to go watch the movie, and whoever candidate wins, the other person will have to pay for the movie, right? So if Godzilla wins, then
fine.
you buy my ticket and vice versa.
I mean, okay.
A gentleman's.
That's fine. I don't go into a gentleman's.
All right, you'll do a gentleman's. All right, cool. All right, well, speaking of mythical creatures, because while we're on this little mythical creature subject here, speaking of mythical creatures, that's a weird soundbite. That's kind of funny. All right, so Oklahoma lawmaker wants to create an official Bigfoot hunting season. So what do you think about that, Jay? Like, let's get out. Let's go, boys. Let's go get us a Bigfoot.
What are you going? How do you even begin to train a hound dog for Bigfoot?
I don't know. Well,
like, I got me a blue tick hound sniff out a Bigfoot like no other.
Well, this particular guy, this bill that's being rolled out is actually being pushed by State Representative Justin Humphrey. He's a Republican. You said impeach.
They're impeaching everybody else. Might as well.
Just hell with it. Just get rid of them.
Give them one.
Well, he wanted to say, I want to be real clear here that we're not actually going to go kill a Bigfoot. We want to trap this thing, a live Bigfoot. We're not promoting killing Bigfoot. We are promoting hunting Bigfoot, trying to find evidence of this being's existence. So the bill doesn't specify.
But that has to be the dumbest fucking thing on earth.
Why you say that? Some people believe that.
Motherfuckers been hunting Bigfoot since like the 60s.
Look, I don't believe in QAnon, but I think there might be a Bigfoot out there.
You think?
I wouldn't be surprised.
There's far more logical explanations.
What you mean?
Bears stand on their back legs.
Yeah, it's true.
Easily.
I don't disagree. It could be a Bigfoot out there, dude.
I mean, there's far more explanations along these lines. Harv, run your DNA analytics here and just tell this man there's no Bigfoot.
Yeah, what's the odds here of a Bigfoot, Harvey? That's the funny part. But it goes on here.
More likely a stupidity tax, like a vice tax.
Oh, so that's a good. Yeah. That's actually an interesting take on it.
Yeah, they'll be charging you for a hunting license.
It's 120 bones.
$120. Can't even find the damn animal.
Like, what you doing out here by yourself in the woods? Looks like we're gonna have to write you a ticket. No hunting license for a Bigfoot.
That's actually a really good point. I didn't even think of that. Damn it! They got my ass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can be like, you out here all by yourself in the woods. Huh?
It would be cool to come across a real freaking Bigfoot.
Ain't nothing cool coming across a Bigfoot, because there's one or two things. Either anybody that has found him dead, because there ain't no evidence of anybody finding a Bigfoot, or he don't exist. So it ain't gonna be cool.
Interestingly enough, they did come up, said that they're working on some specifics with this what do you call it, KFOR. I guess it's some kind of organization. But it says that they don't know all the specifics, but they're looking at offering a commission, which would include a $25,000 bounty for someone who traps the cryptid. So if somebody traps this Bigfoot, you can get 25 racks. You
might as well be just saying the Earth is flat. Flat smacked.
Flat smacked. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like a Bigfoot's much more plausible than a flat Earth.
I mean, plausible, yes, but in a more logical sense. Like, there is so many variations that.
But also look at it like this. It could be, and this is kind of lame, but at the same time, it could be like great for tourism, outdoor attractions with your family to kind of get the family together, go hunt for a Bigfoot.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna be the worst day ever.
Why
Ain't nobody having a good time going out looking for a Bigfoot.
Well, it says having a license and a tag would give people a way to prove that they participated in the
hunt. You know you got to pay per tag.
Yeah, always. But it says the overall goal is actually to get people to our area, enjoy the natural beauty, have a great time, and if they find the Bigfoot while they're at it, well, hey, there's just an even bigger prize, which is the 25 racks.
That seems like a low prize.
You want more than 25,000?
Yeah, because it don't even exist.
So really, if you catch the Bigfoot, well, then you just hold them from ransom. Just say, hey, look.
I feel like there's some kind of stipulation to it. They're like, look, it was in the bylaws. You have to give us the Bigfoot.
Yeah, that may be true. I don't know. I just
This
thought
is
that was
nuts.
a weird one. It is a weird one, but you know, there's a lot of people out there who think Bigfoot's real, man.
Well, the only thing that really does bother me about that, though, is there is far more things out there that should be addressed versus making this work. I
What do you mean?
understand trying to bring tourism to a location to potentially do something like this, but I'm sure there's bigger issues at hand for lawmakers to be
I mean,
looking
yeah,
into
but
and doing. Like this should not be on your desk. This is something that we can in-house, and all you got to do is put a stamp on it and says, "Yeah, well, we agree to this."
yeah,
You should not be working with other organizations.
Sure,
to make
it's
this
more.
happen.
I don't think it's like some kind of big ordeal where it's like, oh, we got to really look at this and like really consider.
I don't know.
I'm thinking it's pretty clear cut and dry, and it's something that'll be good all the way around. But also in the big. I hear what you're saying, but also in the grand scheme of things, I feel like if anything, it's something positive in all the negative. Like so much
that's true.
crappy stuff going on in the world. Why not have like
Why
if
not
it's
hunt
just
for
one
Bigfoot?
thing? Yeah, why not?
If Joe Biden
like,
could be elected, we might find a Bigfoot.
yeah, that's actually pretty good. Now that I think about it, you know, that's kind of a more mythical thing than the Bigfoot, isn't it? But
81 million votes.
it's kind of weird. Well, we'll switch it up to something else because you like gambling and all. Any betting? You like any betting?
No,
we're
because I
talking
suck
about
ass at gambling.
why you say you suck ass. It's luck, basically.
Literally, I have never won anything on a slot machine in my life. Not once.
Well,
I don't think I've ever left a casino in a positive.
damn.
9 times out of 10, even when I if I would have, I was like for the McGregor-Poirier fight, I was like, yeah, I should definitely bet on Poirier. He's the underdog. I could put down, $100 and probably make out, $500-$600 richer. Didn't even bet.
So yeah.
So
you're
anytime
one
I
of those
would have
guys.
won something, I didn't even bet. I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah, and then
Fuck
if you
that.
would have bet, it
And
would
if
have
I
been
would've bet,
the opposite.
Just, I can't win for losing.
Well,
with gambling.
DraftKings gambling, the people that want to bet on drone races, that may become a reality. So the company says its research suggests that drone racing fans are 3 times more likely to place a bet than fans of major sports betting leagues.
I mean, this sounds like you just asking for some racketeering.
What do you, well, it says
Are you gonna put a limit? What are those called? A governor on somebody's propeller speed or something.
Well, they have a category on DraftKings that's called Gamblers Will Bet on Absolutely Anything. It's a separate category. So apparently you can find that in that category. DraftKings said Friday it's going to be taking it bets for this weekend's championship of the Drone Racing League, in which pilots fly aerial drones in races. Which I've watched some of these drone races, which they're pretty damn cool, to be honest.
Some of them are neat. They got some pretty cool obstacles that
Yeah.
they got to really maneuver through, and they're extremely fast. Like
They are.
like the level of control that some of these guys have on their little whatever you want drones are pretty significant.
It's pretty cool. I think this event particularly has already happened, but it says betting on the league's drone races is legal in Colorado, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Tennessee, and West Virginia, with regulatory approvals pending in additional states.
I don't understand why that has to be something specified on whether betting on it is legal or illegal.
What do you mean?
Like, why can't you just bet on a drone race? Why are there localities?
Well, gambling is illegal in some states. That's all it boils down to.
I mean, not entirely, because you could bet on horses in Virginia, but gambling's illegal here.
Well, I think there's a loophole with horse betting.
But that's what I'm saying. Why is there? It just makes no sense. That's all.
Yeah,
it is kind of weird.
But it is kind of one of those weird things. Sorry for the echo there. But it is one of those weird things that I don't know how that actually works or why or
I mean, it's
how.
freaking drones.
It is. Well, anyhow, going on, it says the sports bet book and the league are hosting pre-flight shows Friday night on Twitter ahead of these live events, in which expert sports bettors and top drone pilots will educate fans on how to participate. Championship begins on Saturday. Now, this particular article was put out on the 8th, so it's been a little while. But I just thought it was kind of cool because, I mean, I like to gamble a little bit. I'm a little bit of a gambling man. I like a little bit of risk. So being that they're going to be racing these drones, I'd actually probably like to race the drones more than I'd like the betting of it.
See, now I probably got more odds of winning by betting on it than I do by flying a drone. My drone would have just I don't even think I'd get off the ground.
And
if I did, it just keeps going up.
just keep going up.
Yeah, I'm like, it won't come back down.
Jeez. Harvey, what do you got for us on this?
It's more likely a stupidity tax or advice tax.
Oh, no,
Another one?
Another one.
Right.
Hit him with the DJ Khaled. Another one. But, so,
Why am I yelling?
speaking of weird stories, because we're on like a little strange, like just weird stories hack today, something a little different. So check this out. Allegedly, there is a college that is looking at banning certain words. Okay, so it's called Lake Superior State University wants to banish words that have been overly used or have literally no meaning just because of how much they've been used and stuff like that. So like, let me just go ahead and read the little snippet here to kind of put it in perspective. So people across the U.S. and around the world let Lake Superior State University know that they're tired not only of the coronavirus pandemic, but also hearing, reading, and even talking about it, especially when the communication is bad or excessive. COVID-19 terminology monopolized submissions for LSU's annual banished words list this year out of 1,450 plus nominations. So basically, LSSU has compiled an annual banished words list since 1976 to uphold, protect, and support excellence in language by encourage avoidance of words and terms that are overworked, redundant, oxymoronic, cliched, illogical, or nonsensical, and otherwise ineffective, baffling, or irritating. So basically, they're banning these words because they just think they're just overused, overworked, just kind of just whack. Like whack might be one of the words that's on the banished list.
You heard it here first, guys. You can no longer say thoughts.
Thoughts. Yeah, that one's, is that an overworked
Dottie's
one?
out of here.
Dottie. Well,
we need a new
they've been
word.
compiling this list every year since 1976,
Yeah.
and some of the new words that they have on there is COVID, coronavirus, and Rona. So those are 3 words.
Isn't COVID just more of an acronym?
I don't know if that's... I'm not sure what COVID actually stands for. That may be a dumb moment for me. I'm not exactly sure.
I feel like it's kind of more of an acronym.
Maybe. Well, social distancing is a word that they want to ban.
Social distancing.
Yep, we're all in this
I can see that.
together.
That's kind of an oxymoron. Like that's the dumbest thing I've heard. Social distance.
Yeah, social distance.
Yeah. I mean, the thought of the whole
Well, this is what it says. The
but-
phrase is useful as wearing a mask and keeping your distance have massive effect on preventing the spread of infection. But we'd be lying if we weren't saying we weren't ready for this phase to become useless. With north of 50 nominations, many others clearly feel the same way. And the tone of their reasoning ranged from impatient to heartfelt. So they just kind of getting done with it. But another one that they want to ban is the phrase, "We're all in this together."
Yeah, because that's stupid.
Why you say that?
Because if Joe Schmo over here's got COVID, he's in it in his house.
Yeah.
I'm not going down that road. I'm good in my house. He's in it by himself over next door in that house.
Well, it says this phrase was likely intended as a way to keep everyone feeling safe and calm at the start of pandemic. However, the virus made its way across the globe and nation. It became clear that we are all dealing with COVID-19 in different ways, and we confront some vastly different challenges in coping with it. But as with many words that show up on this list, its usefulness has faded. And but that also kind of goes with your say, like, yo, if he, like, no, he.
We're not dealing with it. We're not all in this together.
Yeah. Also, they have an abundance of caution. That's a phrase that they want to ban.
Abundance of caution.
Yeah, they use that on the news a lot. So, in abundance of caution, make sure you're wearing your mask, you're socially distanced, and your blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's kind of a dumb statement.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's done.
That means like an abundance of caution.
With a lot of caution is basically.
I mean, basically what it says, but to have an abundance sounds more of like in numbers, not necessarily referencing. Like you can have an abundance of apples, but to have an abundance of caution just doesn't quite sound right to me. The way it's said.
Sounds okay to me.
I mean, like, yeah, well,
it's an abundance is a lot of. That's.
I mean,
all
I get what it is, but
you
you don't really have a lot of caution.
I don't know. Why not?
Because to be cautious is just like single termed. You can be more cautious, which means just more aware, but you can't have a lot of caution. You can only have one caution.
I hear what you're saying.
It's a different term.
I hear what you're saying.
It's
but
not abundance. I can't have like caution here. I got two. Oh man, my hands are full of caution.
Amount. I hear what you're saying.
It is, but an abundance references an amount.
Well, they want to ban and pivot
because it's dumb.
Unprecedented. Karen, they want to ban Karen. Yeah, the word can. It says, what began as an anti-racist critique of the behavior of white women in response to black and brown people has become a misogynistic umbrella term for critiquing and perceived over-emotional behavior of women. As one nominator said, the reasons for its banishment, I would tell you why, but I'd sound like a Karen. He said, yeah, that's pretty funny.
But it says it's an anti-racist terminology.
Anti-racist critique of the behavior of white
But how's it an anti-racist critique? Because it definitely references white women. To be a Karen, it is directed towards white women.
Absolutely.
Right, so how's it anti-racist?
No, but they were saying because it started off, it started off. It
didn't start off. It started directly targeting specific ethnic women, just white women in general.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying, I think what they're getting at here, and I'm not dismissing what you're saying, but what I think they're getting at is that it was usually a term that started off with when a lot of those women were like, there was that one video where the lady called the cops on a gentleman who was walking in the park. He happened to be black, and he was bird watching. No, she called and said, I'm going to call the police and tell them a black guy's harassing me. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, that's a Karen. That's what they're saying.
I might call that anti-racist. That's definitely racist.
No, they're saying it's an anti-racist critique. So they're saying anybody who talks like that, you can call her a Karen to point out that she's also a racist and all of this stuff. That's what they're saying. They also want to ban the word sus. So that's another one.
Well, that's sus that they're trying to ban sus. Don't be sus.
I know, right? That's another one they want to ban.
Well, I can get on board with that.
Yeah, so that's just a few of the words. That was a couple of, I pulled a list of 10 of the words that they want to ban, but I thought that was just something that they were really kind of interested in. But
I'll give my friend Miriam's number.
Miriam, who's that?
Merriam and Webster.
Oh. Well, I guess that's what they're trying to do, get rid of. I'm not necessarily opposed to getting rid of some of that stuff. It's just I'm ready to get back to normal at some point.
Well, sus can stay, but the rest or whatever.
I don't know. I'm tired of hearing that word too. Everybody like, yo,
that's kind of sus.
Sus. Yeah, I don't like that.
That's kind of sus right there.
Okay, stop saying it. I'm ready to ban that word already. Jeez, Harvey, do you have any banned words on your list? Anything to report at this time, Harvey? Any banned words?
Republican.
Damn. Just I guess that's true.
Dude, this is the most biased AI I've ever heard in my life.
He's an AI. He's probably developed by, what do you call it?
It don't matter who you're developed by. To have artificial intelligence means it's artificially simulated intelligence. You think on your own. You develop on your own. It don't matter who creates you.
Yeah, but they put in a little.
It has its own mind.
I guess
it's like artificial sweetener. It's still sugar. It's just man-made. And AI is the same thing. It's still intelligent. It's still a robot type thing, but it's
all right. Well, that's gonna be it for tonight's show. Really looking forward to the Godzilla versus Kong movie.
You don't want to bring up the killer squirrels?
Oh, I forgot. Actually, I forgot that story. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that next week if I can get the story.
All right, guys, just avoid squirrels till next week. We'll update you then.
Yeah, well, that's actually kind of funny. But no,
you have to subscribe to see that episode.
There is something going on where there's some attack squirrels, I think, in New York somewhere.
Well, if you're in New York, avoid all squirrels.
Actually, what I'll do is, if you want to see the attack squirrels, I'll link to I'll put the link to the article in the description. Go check that out. It's kind of wild. But that's pretty much all we got for tonight. Nothing too extravagant. So make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for tuning in to this week's show. Harvey 2.0, thanks for being here with us as always, even though he's always lurking. But
I would say he's always around. I'm pretty sure he has been messing with my thermostat. I'm pretty sure I got it nice and warm in my house, and I wake up freezing every morning, and I got to bump it back up.
I think that's the woman, son.
We'll figure it out. I'll put a lockbox on that joint.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Yeah, you got to put a lockbox on that joint. All right, well, thank you guys so much.
Save you money.
Trying to save you some money. I appreciate you hard, but you can fuck off. All right? I'd rather be warm.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we got for tonight's show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning into the K2 podcast. Take care.